Welcome everyone to HFN, also known as HueFin News. Today is December the 13th, 2020, the location to where we trade different. And on today's video, we are going to update you all on our Yearn price prediction. If you guys have not seen our last video, it is in our playlist. So take a moment, go out and look at it. And you guys can see what our expectations were back on November the 27th, 2020. Now, before we go into the future and give you all our expectations of what we expect the trap to do, if you guys appreciate our videos and our content, as always, make sure you hit the like button, share the video. You can also subscribe here and hit that bell notification so you become notified whenever we upload our content to YouTube. So let's speak on the performance of what the trap has done since our last video on Yearn. You guys can tell right there on my price chart what our expectations were. We was looking for the trap to continue to move the market higher in Yearn, and he has done precisely that. Very, very good to see that play out. So you can see right here was when we did our video in Yearn on the 27th of November. And you all can see market went higher, plain and simple. We had our ultimate TP price at $28,120. And you guys can see 20.26% profitability. One of the things we push here on this particular channel is that you have to get in a position in order to maintain and get the profits back from the trap. That is the person that we are going against. In every market, there are buyers and sellers, and we trying to get the best deal from the trap. So once you see what he has already laid down to the market, you can actually get there before he takes the price, so you can actually capitalize on his price movements. And this is just another example of that occurring. 20.26%. So that is over. That is done with. And what we're going to do now, we're going to get rid of it. So let me zoom out. And obviously you guys can tell that the market in Yearn is not doing too much. The market is simply trading within $20,000 all the way up there towards $30,000. $10,000 gap in between support and restriction. Let's see if the market is in an uptrend though. So I'm going to move this line here, make it plain and simple, and let's try to identify if this market in Yearn is actually following a trend. So I would kind of say, yeah, the market is in a slight upward trend, but for the most part, there's just nothing but consolidational trading happening while this market tries to move higher in price. Okay, so let's hold this market there. We're going to continue to hold this line, excuse me, and we're going to use this to play on the market movements. Okay, just like that. So since this is the beginning of the week, we are going to look on the weekly time frame in the market for Yearn. Let's take a look at the weekly price pars first. So here we are. Okay, so you can see here that the market is not extremely strong. It's not extremely weak neither. So literally over the next couple of days, I'm just looking for this market to really trade in the range. And as I told you, that range on the weekly time frame looks to be around like 24,000 as support, and that restriction is still holding well around $30,000 for Yearn. Okay. Let's take a look at the market on a 3-day time frame. It looks pretty good on a 3-day time frame. So at least from a week time frame shorter, the market looks pretty good in a sense to see higher price. Okay, now weekly longer, the market looks just to consolidate, and it's questionable from a weekly time frame onward on whether or not the market in Yearn will continue to go higher in price. Okay. So I do like the 3-day time frame in terms of seeing the strength continually coming to the market. 2-day time frame as well. We do have some hurdles though in order for us to really continue the movement higher price, which is around $28,000 and $30,000. Okay, so obviously once you see our forecasts, our predictions into the market, we're going to establish those areas of sellers. Okay, around $28,000 to $30,000, which simply translates to taking TP. All right. I want to look at Yearn real quick on the monthly time frame to see whether or not we're actually seeing any momentum or strength into this space. And so far it's mixed. When you see the market open and close right next to each other, it simply tells you that there's a balance. There's equal footing between the amount of sellers versus the amount of buyers. That's it. Now we still have 18 days and 12 hours left, 18 and a half days left before this monthly price bar ends. So obviously it's not going to look the same. Okay. I just wanted to take a quick glance to see how the market looks in relation to what occurred in November, because November was very positive for Yearn, for us to reclaim all of the weakness that came through in October. So we still have some time left. Definitely need to pay attention to the monthly time frame in Yearn to actually see this market continue its moving higher in price. Okay. And one more thing I want to look at before we'll go ahead and put in a forecast, and it's the 3-week time frame, and obviously I don't see a lot here neither. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and put in this forecast real quick, and then I'll let you go, because so many other people in this particular space likes to take 25-30 minutes of your time and they have no idea what they're talking about. So let's do this real quick. We're going to expect the market in Yearn to continue to go higher in price. That is going to be our forecast. Okay. Now we're going to hold this around $22,000 area support. Definitely needs to maintain that. It's definitely better to see the trap come in and hold 24,000, but we're going to extend it down to $22,000 for support. Now I told you $28,000 and $30,000 is where the areas of sellers are at. So we would TP the market at those locations, plain and simple. So we would TP it at $28,000, which is about 5.43% profitability to where the market currently is being traded at. And we're going to extend it up there towards 30,000, which is about 13%. Okay. So all in all, the market is still trending higher in price. The strength is still coming into the market on a 3-day time frame. Weekly is still questionable though. So this forecast that we are generating definitely needs to come to fruition over the next 3 days. It becomes less reliable the longer out in time frame the trap doesn't capitalize or move in the direction we expect him to go. Okay, so this is it. This is our prediction, our forecast. And as always, we want you all to participate right along with us and tell us, what do you all think about Yearn? Where do you think the market is headed? Where do you think price is going to go? Because you need to get in a position of whatever you think you see on the price chart. This is what we're seeing from the trap. Tell me, what do you guys see from the trap? Give me your TP price, your take profit, and what direction are we headed? It's just that easy. Make sure you maintain a profitability and trade different.